Hello everybody, welcome to Snyder's Inc. and today we got a Dr. Insanity video. This is a female cop gets caught seducing inmates. We'll get right into this, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment what you think down below. Let's go.
This is Charlene O'Banion, a prison officer being accused of sleeping with an inmate.
He felt me, I was like soaking through my clothes.
After hearing rumors from other officers that had seen her and Jason Parker together, an investigation was opened up. Charlene thinks she flew under the radar and got away, but what she doesn't know is that the detectives have all the evidence they need, and they're about to expose and embarrass her in the most brutal way possible.
I wonder if they got, like, enjoyment out of the fact they get to embarrass her for being so unprofessional. Like, a goddamn. Get a grip, would you? Damn, officer. Like, goddamn.
You got a lot of that head game. Oh my god.
Right from the start, Charlene plays innocent and pretends she doesn't know anything about the allegations.
We're notified of a possible improper relationship between you and Jacob Parker. So we're here for that. I just kind of want to talk to you about it and get your side of that story.
I don't know anything about it.
Okay. Have you talked to him on any jail phone calls or anything like that?
No.
None at all?
Charlene is...
See, here's the thing. Once they asked, if I was her, the moment they asked me that, yeah, I'd be, immediately, knowing I got caught. Because they wouldn't specifically ask that question unless they have it. They have you audio-wise on it. Like, that's just, that's fact.
It's sure that this will work, but the detectives have much more evidence
Yeah.
than they're letting on.
Of course.
And where would you think that this allegation would come from if there's nothing to it?
Well, I had a feeling this was coming. So there was an inmate named Coker, Justin Coker.
Okay.
He got out of here for, I don't know what period of time. And he tried to contact me on Facebook. He sent me a message and I blocked him on Facebook. And I guess one time Parker was going back to Bequat to use the bathroom, and he was talking like at the window with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess Coker like didn't like that, which I had no contact with him or anything. And Parker had told me that he had gone up to him and was like, "Don't talk to her," or something crazy like that.
So,
What a hell of a story you have come up with. This woman came up with this story very quickly on the fly here. So I will give her credit for that.
I'm just not trying to be rude here. I'm just,
Yeah.
Why would you expect this conversation to come up from that? Like now, if that happened a few months ago.
Charlene claims that the only time she's had contact with Jason was a single time outside the jail bathroom, and it was a jealous inmate that started the rumor. But the detective is about to share some evidence that instantly proves that Charlene is hiding something.
I don't know exactly how it started, like who it started from, but I was told that it was brought to somebody's attention, and then we looked at jail calls, and there was jail calls between you and Parker, and all that stuff's recorded. So I don't think you're being completely truthful. Well, I kind of know that you're not, and I'm not trying to be rude when I say that.
Yeah, no.
I'm just kind of trying to lay it out on the table for you.
Hold on a second. I'm trying to think of what these like detectives, I don't know, detectives, these officers, the male ones, are thinking in this situation. And that's what I'm trying to figure. I feel like, yeah, I feel like it's safe to say, I feel like female, like, female officers should not be in prisons. In male prisons. I feel it's just, I just don't feel like that's a smart move. Because of stuff like this happening. Because it causes more of a scene, so I feel like it's just best if male just deal with male and women deal with women in women prisons. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know people might find that weird, but I feel like that's just the best result to make sure shit like this doesn't happen. Because they should have to deal with this. People need to learn to keep the clothes on.
So, can you kind of tell me what's going on here?
I guess a few years ago, we talked, and then I ended up here, and then he ended up here. I didn't know he was here. I didn't, like, it wasn't anything like that.
Apparently, Charlene and Jason knew each other before prison and messed around before they both ended up here. This led to them joking around with each other here, but nothing else. Or at least, that's what she claims. In reality, the cops have recorded phone calls from inside the prison that tell a completely different story.
So what about some of these phone conversations?
No, not here or the phone. I
just mean conversations y'all are having on the phone.
No.
Since he's been in here.
Like sexual?
Well, I'm not saying having phone sex, talking about sexual acts. From what I'm listening to on the calls, I take it as that you've given him oral sex at some point, is what I gather from these calls.
No, that was like in the world. But we never dated. We just...
Okay. What kind of conversations have you had with him since you started working here and he's been in the jail?
Talking about what would happen after he got out.
And then the jail call recordings, have you been talking to him like while you're at home? Like he calls you from the jail while you're at home, or? Okay.
Just 15 minutes into this interrogation, Charlene's original story is seeming less and less like the truth. She's been caught in multiple lies, admitted to having sexual relations with Jason in the past, and calling him regularly from her own home. This is highly irregular behavior for a prison officer.
Agreed.
And it doesn't take a genius to realize something deeper may be going on.
Oh, 100% something deeper is going on, but no one wants to actually confess that something deeper is going on. They all just want to leave it, pretend like it didn't happen. No one wants to actually confess to it.
But the detective has some more questions pertaining to some more physical evidence.
I haven't listened to this, but apparently there may be some talk in the calls about like photographs. Have you given him any photographs?
I gave him a photograph of his mom, which he had asked for, and of his dog, Jax.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you given him any photographs of you?
No, because...
So one of the things we're going to be doing...
It's amazing because they know the answer to these. They know probably all the answer. You know what's worse? Is because he's a thing, he probably doesn't actually give it. He probably would tell them everything. He probably would actually confess to everything. He probably doesn't even give a shit about her at all, right? He's in jail. He doesn't care. I guarantee you. If they asked him, he probably would say everything.
Doing is like looking at...
Because he's not gonna be in shit for it, right? I don't think he'll be, like, she'll be the one more in shit than he will be, so...
Cameras and stuff too. Has there been any times where y'all were alone? Or you go out of camera view or anything like that? Anything that's gonna look suspicious that way?
I don't think so.
It's important to remember that Charlene has worked at this prison for a while now, and as such will know all the ins and outs of everything such as security camera blind spots and patrol officer schedules. You'd think that with all this knowledge, it'd be easy to hide a relationship with an inmate, but it seems that she forgot about a few vital pieces of information. Not least the facts that all phone calls placed from the prison are recorded. But thanks to the detectives, she's about to be reminded of this fact in a devastating way.
Oh, this is good.
Hey, baby.
Got that.
Baby, guess what?
What, baby?
I just won the blackjack game.
Yay.
I just won $30.
I got a lot of stuff to clean and get rid of before you come home. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking you. I was trying to make you think I have all these secret things.
Yeah, I bet you do.
What?
What?
What? What do you mean?
I don't know. You probably got this weird sex swing hanging from the ceiling. Kenneth probably thinks it's a swing set.
Oh, if I had that sex swing, you better believe I'd leave that sucker up for you.
Would you really?
Hell yeah!
I'm flabbergasted or whatever. This conversation is going on for about a total of 30 seconds. And I am flabbergasted by what I just heard. Yeah, try to tell us you have no relationship with this man. Go ahead. Go ahead, try to tell him. More.
You let me put you in it?
Yeah.
With a gag bar and everything?
Yeah, babe.
Listening to your own voice can be bad enough for some people, but listening to your own sexual phone calls in silence with two detectives in the room as you realize you've just been caught red-handed.
Yeah, you all listen to yourself talk about sex while two detectives are sitting right in front of you, knowing you've been caught in a secret relationship. Your mind, it's embarrassing as you are being embarrassed and humiliated, and it's almost incredible. It is actually almost incredible.
Has got to be worse than any prison sentence there is. However, with the language they've used so far, there's no evidence that the pair have actually engaged in any sexual acts. But that changes quickly as Jason begins to directly incriminate Charlene on the call.
I just want you to look at me sometimes and be like, damn, my woman's fine.
Fine as wine. And you got a live ass fucking head game. Oh my god.
It wasn't my best moment. I was just trying to get it done.
Are you in bed?
Don't even get me thinking about that because it makes me so horny. Like just going back and thinking about that.
It gets you horny?
Oh yeah. You felt me. I was like soaking through my clothes.
Woman, just quit. Just walk out the door. Just leave and walk out the door. Just say, I quit, and walk out this door. You have... Woman, you are... Just leave. Just leave. Save any little bit of pride. You are embarrassed. You've been humiliated. You've been... All this... Not like it's undeserved. They're just proving your own shit that you are denying. But woman, just quit and save any sort of dignity you have left at this moment, because this is embarrassing to even experience.
Get very horny very easy. I always want to have sex. Like that's not even...
Not good.
I mean, I feel like I just like look at someone, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so fucking horny. No, like of course, like I only get horny for you.
You can't see how that sounds from like my point of view. Like a more recent thing than 3 years ago. No?
No! No! Woman, you need to get out. Woman, you need to leave. You are so stupid. If you actually believe that, if that is your actual opinion, that after that you would not, somehow that would not be looked at something more than 3 years ago, you are an absolute fucking moron. You are an absolute moron.
The audacity she has...
Right? Right? The audacity this woman has to even make that assumption. The audacity
to say no after hearing that phone call is truly remarkable. But to her credit, she's not going down easily. The detectives try asking her if she thinks Jason would cover for her, and she still doesn't break, sticking to her story that everything that happened outside of prison. Technically, this story could still be true with this phone call, but it definitely is odd for the couple to be recounting events from over 3 years ago in such detail, especially when earlier she struggled to remember any details about their relationship.
You talk about how profound this was, like this giving him this blowjob was, but you like don't remember anything about it. It's like telling me something, but you're having trouble coming up with details about it. You know what I mean? Like if it's that profound.
I mean, I gave him a blowjob. How do you describe blowjob? I mean, is that?
Well,
what
I
you
want to know like about the blowjob. I'm just so if this is a factual thing that happened 3 years ago, I feel like you would kind of remember some stuff about it. Like I feel like,
mean, like we sat in a car.
Like when I asked you who was there, him of course, like when y'all met or whatever, and then when I asked like who else, you said it was like a bunch of friends.
Yeah.
But like you can remember one chick's name after you think about it for 30 seconds. So that's not making sense to me.
You seem to have
She's not going down without a fight. I know for a fact, I will tell you for a fact, that guy will not cover for her. That guy will not that guy could not care less enough to cover for her. I guarantee you he won't. Guarantee you it. If they asked him, he probably would confess to it all without even care. He probably wouldn't even care.
Blanks in your memory when we get to certain details, but you remember being groped in the blowjob from 3 years ago. I find that hard to believe. Okay? This is your one chance to be honest with us.
Yes.
Once we get up and walk out and we're done, we're done. Have y'all had any inappropriate contact, whether it's groping, blowjobs, vaginal, anal sex, anything, hand jobs? Yes, I am being vulgar to get a point across.
Yeah, no, it's not. None of that.
Just as the detectives say, things really aren't adding up. Yet she's still sticking to her story. Or at least she was, before a switch flipped and she said this.
And what is it?
I never did the blowjob. That part of B.
In back part of B quad? How long ago was that?
I don't know, 2 months ago.
The secret's out, and Charlene has confessed.
I don't know if that was a slip or a point where she just got sick of dealing with them and just confessed. I don't know what just happened there. That was very weird. How she just went from nope, 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 nope to, yeah, I gave him a blowjob. I don't know how that happens, because that's a hell of a turn, but that just happened.
But this matter is more complex than it may seem. In cases of officer-inmate relations, the main question that arises is the issue of consent. Given that Jason and Charlene knew each other prior to being in prison, it's not wrong to assume that consent went both ways in this interaction. However, in these cases, that's actually completely irrelevant. According to a 2005 report, federal law criminalizes all sexual relations and contact between prison staff and inmates, and that all sexual relations between staff and inmates are considered abuse, even if the act would have been considered consensual if it occurred outside of a prison. This is because of the huge amount of inmate abuse that was observed in prisons. In 1996, it was estimated that between 12 and 14% of all prison inmates had been sexually assaulted, and the officers were rarely punished. So to prevent this, a zero-tolerance policy was introduced to try and prevent abuse towards inmates. A policy, it seems, that Charlene completely ignored.
I'm gonna ask, but I feel like I know the answer. I'm losing my job.
So that's not really up to me. Internal Affairs is aware. Investigation is separate from ours because it's two totally different things. So
Yeah. What kind of charges? Like,
so it's illegal to have sexual contact with an inmate as an employee. So I said the ball kind of being recorded, but I'll let you know as soon as I hear something.
I mean, could I go to jail?
That's up to the DA's office.
As it turns out, Charlene
It turned out Charlie had no knowledge of the fact she was about to go to jail for the fact that she had sex with an inmate. She had no knowledge of the fact she was going to go to jail. She might.
would lose her job, and the only time she'd ever be allowed back in jail would be for the 100 days that she'd be made to serve after being found guilty of sexual activity with a person in custody.
Woo! Sentenced to 100 days in jail. That's not actually long. It's like, not even, what, just over 3 months? 3 months in jail? So yeah, not super wild, but enough to the point that, yeah, that wouldn't be fun to experience. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this reaction video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all for the next one.